welcome back into Studio 10. It's fashion, but we're going to make it green this afternoon. Thanks to Okemos High School Earth Club and the Meridian Green Team this weekend, we will get a chance to see the very first sustainable fashion show in our region. And here to give us all the details are Hannah, Sarah, and Leroy. Welcome into Studio 10, guys. How are you?
Good.
Yeah. Great, thank you.
Awesome, it's so great to have you here, especially because this is the first fashion show that we're ever going to see that is like this. But first, to get our viewers prepared for what's going to happen this Saturday, tell me a little bit, what is sustainable fashion? What does that actually mean?
So sustainable fashion is any clothing that you lengthen the life of by repairing it or buying it from a thrift store, something, upcycling it.
Yeah, that's awesome. And of course, this is something that helps our pockets, right? If we're repairing our clothes rather than throwing them away. But tell us, Hannah, how does this actually, help our environment?
It helps our environment because we're using less new clothes, so then there's less production of that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and on the other end, it would lessen like clothes being immediately thrown to landfills.
That's awesome. So it's great. It helps the environment. It helps our pockets. It helps us in a lot of different ways. But all of you, tell me a little bit about how the idea of raising awareness about this, how did this come into a fashion show? How did that come about? Leroy, why don't you touch on that?
Well, these ladies did a booth in a green fair that we did last year, and they were really excited about the T-shirts that they were making and selling, and it just caught on, and so they inspired a lot of it.
That's right.
We've always been interested in what to do with clothing. Recycling clothing is a challenge. You know, turning a pop bottle into clothing is okay, but you can't turn clothing back into a pop bottle. Anyway.
That's right. Yeah, and so we're going to see a lot of that fashion on the runway, but we're also wearing some of that today. So let's talk about the sustainability elements that you guys have on today. Can you talk about that, Sarah, about what you're wearing as well with your shirt?
Yeah, so this shirt is from Hannah and I made a print shop where we collect like donated clothing or secondhand clothing, and we print them with like stamps we made. And then these jeans are thrifted. So
that is awesome. What about you, Hannah?
This was painted on by one of the members of Earth Club. And then these I thrifted as well.
That's amazing. And Leroy, you even have some of the repairing. Let's talk about your shirt. Can you show us, our viewers, as well?
Yeah, we encourage our volunteers to reuse their T-shirts rather than dispose of them after our recycling events.
Yeah.
And then these are just repaired jeans I took to a local tailor.
Yeah, that's right, which I see right here on the knees. So that's great that you guys are wearing it and you're showing that, hey, you can wear this, of course, on the runway, but you can wear this in everyday life as well. Now, I want to talk more about the planning process because there's a lot of different people and organizations who are helping you guys put this together. Can you tell me about who some of those people are?
Well, these guys did the lion's share of the work recruiting models for the show, where you had almost 25 models on Saturday. And then part of it was just asking businesses to participate. Thrift stores, consignment shops. But was it difficult to recruit models?
Surprisingly, no. Like, I think a lot of people from school are really excited.
That's wonderful. And we're seeing some of that fashion actually right here on screen of some of the things that we'll see on the runway. But what about some things that we'll see off the runway as well? We've got some vendors who'll be in town. Can you tell us about them? Cristo Ray
is going to be accepting used clothing if you'd like to donate for their clothing closet.
Yeah.
We also have MSU Recycling. They'll have a booth, educational booth about sustainable fashion. And then we have several upcycling organizations and local consignment shops. Used clothing stores, things like that.
Yeah, and I think that's the best part about this, that it's fun, this is exciting, we're learning about this, but it's also going back to charity. So I love that you guys are working with Cristo Ray. If you're looking at your screen right now, we have all the details of the show this Saturday, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. But overall, this is actually just one part of a big series that you guys are doing today, that you're doing actually throughout this month. Tell us about what the Meridian Township Green Team is putting on.
Well, the Green Team meets today to plan our April event. We have a big recycling day where we do paper shredding and collect bikes and metal and paint. And then we have a series of events through the summer, which includes the Green Fair that I mentioned earlier, also an eco tour and another fall electronics recycling event, and maybe some unexpected planned things with the help of students.
That is amazing. So we're finding different ways to reduce, reuse, and recycle all throughout different industries in different ways and different aspects of our life. I love this. And again, when we attend this Saturday, ladies, what's one thing that you really want people to take home with them?
I would like people to find out how creative you can be with sustainable fashion. It's not just like buying something from the thrift store, it's upcycling like these shirts or like crocheting things. And also the amount of businesses around that, like even ourselves, before getting into this, we didn't know about all the consignment shops in the area that have all pretty cool stuff. So
that is awesome.
And you want them to take home one of your shirts too, right?
Yeah.
That's all right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us today and for really, raising awareness about sustainability fashion. We are so excited for this fashion show, and we'll have all those details online for you. And coming up next, we are